It's Wednesday, July 2nd, the 27th day of the ICE siege of LA, and these are your recaps. Let's get right into the ICE raids. There was this really depressing one that happened in Vine Street in LA where a man was carried into a vehicle as he was pleading for help. The people that were recording just said they couldn't help out. Another incident in Boyle Heights where a lone agent pulled a truck driver who was delivering water out of his truck, demanding that he get out now, and took him to his truck. At the Van Nuys Home Depot, agents were seen questioning a man asking for his paper while he was in his vehicle, eventually taking him. They were also spotted in Gardena, at the Hollywood Home Depot, in Oakwood, which is behind Abbott Kinney in the Venice area. They were in Huntington Park where they followed somebody home, and according to witnesses, this lady stepped in and was able to ask him for warrants, and nobody was taken, thankfully. And they were also seen in Compton with their huge military tank. In other news, LA keeps resisting and fighting back. The teachers over in Pasadena have been protesting at their local Home Depot for 2 weeks now. There's also a boycott of other Home Depots being announced. We covered that in LA Taco. And many community organizers have been going to their Home Depots, submitting letters asking them to send it to their upper management to ask them to do something about the raids in the parking lot. In El Sereno, another son takes over his parents' fruit cart. And in more news, the lawsuits are coming. The first lawsuit comes from MALDEF, a Latino civil rights organization that is suing the federal government for $1 million for damages to their client, Job Garcia, who was a U.S. citizen that was arrested at the Home Depot and then later was transferred at Dodger Stadium. Remember that guy? The second lawsuit was filed by multiple people and organizations. That includes 3 people who were grabbed at a Pasadena bus stop while they were trying to go to work, and they've been held at the infamous basement of the federal building known as B18. Remember that. That's going to come up often. B18 is the infamous basement in the federal building that has horrible conditions where people are being packed in rooms, not enough beds, sleeping on cold floors. And that issue is part of the lawsuit. The lawsuit also includes that first U.S. citizen that we documented in East LA who was being pressed up against the fence and questioned and racially profiled by ICE and Border Patrol. And it also includes one U.S. citizen who was targeted 3 times while he was working at the Baldwin Park car wash. The organizations that have joined together to sue along with these folks is Chirla, the United Farm Workers, the ACLU, the Los Angeles Worker Center Network, and the Immigration Defenders Law Center. And they're suing everybody. In other news that I covered in my previous video, the Dodgers are getting sued by Stephen Miller and his legal law firm. It's all explained in my other video. Check that out as well. And lastly, the United States Attorney's Office announced that the federal grand jury has returned an indictment against Orellana today. Orellana is the young gentleman who went around during the protests handing out tear gas masks. He's being prosecuted for that. And lastly, the big, beautiful bill is looming over us. I'm going to make another video about that. Stay tuned. If you were hoping that ICE was going to disappear after 30 days, and by the way, we're on day 27, well, think again. Hasta la próxima.